The long-awaited sequel for Happy Gilmore has now arrived on Netflix, and it's broken quite a big record. As we can see here, Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore 2 debuts to 46.7 million views, which is the biggest Netflix US film opening ever, which is very impressive. Firstly, it shows that people want to have a laugh, they want a comedy, they just want some cheering up. Also, it is a legacy sequel to Happy Gilmore, which many people do rate very highly. And Adam Sandler films, he has his own fan base, really, in terms of his movies. Also, though, with this film going straight to Netflix, it's what people are now used to in this modern world, that comedy films in particular will go straight to their home for their viewing pleasure whenever they want. So it'll be interesting to see how well The Naked Gun does at the cinema, because that is a film where, are people going to actually support it on the big screen or just wait until it comes to streaming? And I feel like comedy has a struggle there because it's not really in any particular category in terms of really urging you to get out there and watch it at the cinema, because like horror films, you might go as a group or go there just to be in a dark room with other people around you for that horror element. And then also with rom-coms, you have that as a potential date night, of action adventure films, fantasy films, that they all benefit from that big screen and big sound system. Even Oscar films, you might go just because it is a film which is a potential Oscar winner. So again, I don't think comedies really have that respect these days, also because we're so surrounded by comedy, because on your phone, on your social media apps, you'll see memes, you'll see TikTok videos or whatever else, and that will make you laugh. That's what you're looking at that feed for. One of the reasons you're looking at that feed is to be amused. And then also that does affect comedy itself, because when you're asking someone, have you heard this joke, they'll probably say, well, yeah, I got it on my social media feed like you did. So we're all seeing the same stuff. We're all becoming the same person. Oh my God. But it's like, that's the thing now. It's also becoming much more difficult for comedians because they're having to walk on eggshells to make sure they're not getting cancelled. But also, they're fighting against all these different influencers who are doing their own jokes. And so, trying to be original is ever more difficult. Have I seen Happy Gilmore 2? Yes, I have. What's it about this time? Well, Happy is in a depressed state. He's an alcoholic, but he has to return to golf to help fund his daughter's ballet classes. So very simple plot in that sense. In the film, what's it got in store for you? Well, loads and loads of cameos. I mean, even this guy here is apparently a guy called Bad Bunny. I don't even know who that guy is. So yeah, some of this, I'm like, it's going over my head a bit.
Am I so out of touch? No. It's the children who are wrong.
On the screen here, we have Happy's family. There's his daughter at the front there, who's played by Adam Sandler's real daughter. His other real daughter's in the film as well, so it's very much a family affair. Now, I was with the film for the first 20 to 25 minutes, so I was like, okay, lots of juvenile humor, which you do expect with this sort of movie. Hopefully now it gets better. It does not get better. It gets worse. We have lots of cameos. It's sort of like one big go. Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Kelsey, that guy, he's in the film for a bit. I'm sure people will love that moment. But it's a bit like an SNL skit in that way. Then it sort of moves into the overall villain and the modern golf which is coming into it, and even Rory McIlroy and other real golfers are in the film. But every time that they speak, I'm like, this is cringe. They're not actors. It's just awful. Imagine like in the F1 film, if Lewis Hamilton started speaking, it's like, oh no, don't want that. But we have that here. The modern golf tournament at the end, like the tech golf thing, like to try and make golf more entertaining. I don't know what happened there. I mean, because I was so clocked out. I lost all interest in the film by then. It became a film which is what I felt like Netflix wanted it to be. A film where you can watch it, but also scroll on your phone. They actually want that. They've actually said they want films like that. They want films where people can multitask. As long as you're watching it, you're still a viewer, aren't you? It doesn't matter if you're locked in or not. But the film was it's just shit. I mean, really. I don't want to be rude to people who liked it, but it's just complete and utter shit. I really struggled to get through it. And it's a shame because I actually quite like the original Happy Gilmore. Now, people, I've seen some reviews saying they've enjoyed it. They like how silly it is and how, that sort of humor. But even before the film, when I saw that clip with Eminem, I was like, this looks bloody terrible. And Adam Sandler can do much better than this. He's shown in the past, I know it's a long time ago now, but he's shown he can do better than this. And it feels much more like a cash grab than something which was made with passion. It's a film that's just been, just indulged with cameos here and there, and it's like, why are you doing that? It's like all these cameos are just there just to distract you from the fact that the movie's shit. It's like, well, that might be rubbish, but hold on. here's this guy you know from something else. Well, oh, I know that guy. It's like a kid jumping at you like, look at this, look at this, look at this. Don't look over there. Just look at this. Like with many of these legacy sequels, it does tap into that nostalgia to give you those happy thoughts from the original with some characters returning and some references, but the film is just so reliant on that. It's not interested in building a new interesting plot or some, having one with hearts and having some well-constructed jokes. Instead, I just want to throw as many jokes at the wall and hope a few of them stick. But the problem is, hardly any of them do stick, and so it becomes exhausting.
Will you shut up? You shut up, man. It's a comedy.
So for Happy Gilmore 2, it is a swing and a miss when it comes to the quality, but a hole-in-one when it comes to being a Netflix success. And look, if you enjoy this film, that's fine. Everyone has a different sense of humor. I'll happily give you a napkin as you eat up this Netflix crap. But personally, I did not enjoy this movie one bit, but of course, do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I will be doing some live streams in the future as well, so do keep locked for those. And if you want to see something else right now, on screen are a couple of my recent reviews.